Okay, so this is a continuation of, when you're going through your healing, why you have to break free from the mind control. Again, government meaning gubermente, from the Latin gubermente, to guber, to control, mente, the mind. Government literally comes from the Latin gubermente, to control the mind. So that's what government means. Okay, so when you're breaking free, when you're healing from this mind control and freeing your mind and reclaiming your whole self, your whole essence, you cannot be leaning on the very thing that since birth was set up to limit you and put you in a box and steal your birthright. Okay, so this is continuing from the last video. What were we on? We were on fake space. Was that it? No, medical interventions. I think we're on medical intervention. So yeah, again, I mean, the whole medical industrial complex, look, it's medicine, doctors, hospitals, all that is in it to make money. They're an industry. An industry is a company that is a large company that's in it to make money. Okay. So I don't know of a company in the world that willfully and intentionally gets rid of their own customers. So to rely on a whole operation, a whole industry that's in it, that is, their money is made off of sick people. Okay. How are you going to rely on that industry to make you better? You're not. They're going to keep you on the wheel. And that's what the pills are for. That's what all their interventions are for. Okay. Is to keep you on the wheel. Me and my son were talking about it the other day because his grandfather died of cancer, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. So he was down at a well-known hospital. If I said the name, a lot of people would know it, but I can't remember the name of it. In Richmond, I believe it was, Richmond, Virginia. But so my son was going down there for visits, a couple of days a week or whatever until he passed. And, I remember my son just telling me about how he couldn't believe that, this hospital's full of cancer patients and people, I can't remember what they call that, but in transition to death pretty much, or just barely holding on to life. And they have fast food restaurants in there, and they have soda machines, and they have all this shit. He said he couldn't believe it. It blew his mind, that even at the last cusp of death, they're still trying to eke out every penny they can from you and keep you dead and keep you poisoned and sick. It's unreal. And that brings us to the damn funeral industry, which is something I've never touched on before, which is a huge scam. Huge fucking scam, the funeral industry. But anyways, let's go. Let's see. Forced compliance. That pretty much covers everything. You will comply whether it's in school. You'll comply by passing their tests. Whether it's driving your own personal vehicle around, you'll comply by, paying their taxes, getting their licenses, getting their tags, getting their, paying your insurance, paying this, paying that, putting your seatbelt on, all of this shit. It's all forced compliance. Everything's forced compliance, guys. Everything. Policing, police state the thin blue line. Again, the police fly their own flag. It's like a darkened flag with the thin blue line on it. They're a gang. It's a gang. It's disgusting. It's dangerous. You guys need to quit worshiping the police. That's disgusting. Social programs, all their social programs, in order to get on their social programs, for them to give you a few little ducats, not only do you have to be completely so broken, they don't help anybody who's just barely struggling and staying in their house. They help people. They let you get to where you are in desperate, dire need, and the only thing you can do is just beg them for a handout. And then they hand it out. You know why? Because in order to get their handouts, you have to comply with, when they say jump, you're going to jump. When they say do this, you're going to do this. They'll come in, they'll look at your house, they'll look at what you're doing, they'll look at what you're teaching your kids, they'll look at everything. They are in control. If you're going to take a handout from your government, from your masters, they are going to fucking have 100% compliance. So all their social programs are just nothing but corrupt. The court system, again, going back to court system, I don't know if you guys have ever had to go through the court system. Maybe you got lucky. Maybe it got adjudicated and you got, the ruling in your favor, and it was, should have been in your favor. But court systems are completely set up to hold people back, to hold people down, and to make money, period. To make money. It's a money-making system. It's all corrupt, 100% corrupt. I've been through the ringer in the court. It's disgusting. I can tell you stories. And if you don't, if you want to hear stories, look it up. Look at other people who have suffered. Millions of people suffered all over the United States through our court systems. CPS, again, they'll come in, steal your kids. That CPS is disgusting. They're the arm of the government that traffics children. Yep, CPS, absolutely disgusting. The food pyramid, again, another system of control that they taught you in school. It's changed like 10 times since I was in school. Completely changed. It's a scam. It's to keep you sick. They literally teach you how to remain sick. So that way they can keep you in the, because then they keep you sick, then they keep you in the medical industry, and they keep you in all these industries, and you're just stuck, and it keeps you enslaved because it dulls down your senses, dulls down your mind. The fluoride, they put fluoride in your water. They put fluoride, guys, fluoride. Oh my God, that is, and that came out of Nazi Germany. The fluoride did, which I find just so hilarious that people defend this fluoride. They put fluoride in your drinking water, in your tap water. They put fluoride in your toothpaste. Fluoride breaks down. When I found out that fluoride actually breaks down the enamel is a protective outer covering on our teeth. When I found out that fluoride breaks that down, I quit using regular toothpaste. That was 15 fucking years ago. And I used to get cavities and everything. When you chew in something like cold, frozen or something, your teeth just hurt like fucking hell because they were so sensitive, because all the outer covering was off of it. I quit using fluoride, and within, I'd say, a year, maybe 2 years, all of the enamel grew back on my teeth, and I've been brushing my teeth once a week. Usually, it's sometimes not even that. Once a week for the past fucking 12 years. No cavities, no issues with my teeth, none, zero. No problems. I can chew anything frozen, solid, it doesn't matter. No problems with my teeth since then. And your government tells you that you need fluoride. Again, this is all things going back to show why are you still putting credence and trust into a system and saying that we need to fix a system that's completely set up on purpose to mind control you. We need no governance whatsoever. We govern ourselves. We are self-governing. Food pyramid, fluoride, mass surveillance. Again, the mass surveillance, they got an eye on you. Their algorithms, they work hand in hand with Google and Apple and all these companies, and they mass surveil you. They have everything. People are like, I remember when I first learned that like 10 years ago, and I started telling people, and people laugh at me like, okay, yeah, they're gonna sit there and listen to all your stupid conversations. It doesn't work like that. It runs on algorithms, so they're running everything through these processors that are picking up on things, and it's that's what they're doing to you. In order to learn how to better keep you controlled, and now they're actually now coming out with what is that smart, they call it smart something, but it's precognition for crimes. What movie was that with Tom Cruise, like 12 years ago, 15 years ago, they came out with, where I can't remember what that movie was called, but where they have the precognitions, and they so before you commit a crime, they're already arresting you because they're like, oh, you're about to commit a crime. And you're like, I haven't done anything wrong. They're like, oh, but you were about to. So they already got that. They're running those systems all over the country right now. Through that mass surveillance, they're running precognition crimes. So, that's why they're talking about domestic terrorists and people who speak out. That's why they're trying to pass all this bully stuff like through YouTube, dangerous conversations, dangerous talk, all that stuff. And it's all meant to shut you up. They don't want people speaking out against the systems. So let's see, we got propaganda. Again, the propaganda goes all the way back to when you're born, that your parents, they're teaching you what they knew, which is the propaganda they were imbued with, through their abusive means of training. And you go to school. You're forced into school for your most developmental years of your life, between the ages of 5 and 18, and tested for compliance that you're properly intaking their propaganda. And then when you get out of school, what they put it on you. They put the they press and stress you that you need to go to college. You need to do these extra things. After school, after you've already suffered through their indoctrination for 12 years, and they want you to go for more of it, for 4 more years, 6 more years, 8 more years, 10 more years. Get your bachelor's, get your associates, get your bachelor's, get your doctorates, get your PhD, get your this, get your that. It's fucking nuts, man. They want you hooked up to the propaganda 24/7. And of course, the government works with hand in hand with the entertainment system and the stars, and whether it's music or TV shows or whatever, they all work together in order to keep you in the debt wheel, in the slavery wheel, in the seeking entertainment and just being a mindless minion. The national debt, these cocksuckers will come after you and put you in prison if you don't pay a $50 parking fine, but yet they're $30 trillion in debt. Guys, that is the most ludicrous fucking thing, that these cocksuckers will lock you up for not paying your taxes if you're $1,000, $500 behind in your taxes, and yet they're $30 trillion behind in their fucking debts. It's ludicrous. It's fucking ludicrous. Rules for me, but not for thee. And again, that all goes back to our fake monetary system, which, I want to cover more in depth. But our fake monetary system, where we came off the gold standards back in the 60s or 70s. So our money, our paper currency was actually backed by gold. They had to have the gold reserves in order to back the currency. Now it's just paper. And the only reason it even exists and does anything is because we all play along with the game. If we quit believing in it, it wouldn't even exist. If we all woke up one day and went, wait a minute, this is just fucking paper. What are we doing? Who the fuck needs this? We'd be like, it'd be gone, because it's not worth it. It's bullshit. And now it's not even paper currency. It's fucking zeros and ones in a computer. They don't even have to print the money. They don't even have to pay to print the money anymore. They just input zeros and ones on a computer. That's all they do. It's all a game. It's 100% fake. It's an illusion. It's a manipulation. And the only reason it exists and is powerful is because we give it power. Geoengineering, chemtrails, weather modification. The government submitted to this since, World War II. They used it all over the Vietnam War. What was the war prior to that? Man, I'm really having brain fog today. Maybe because I don't really talk about this stuff. Like this stuff is just, these are all rabbit holes. I mean, and each one of these is an endless rabbit hole. You can spend years and years just digging into how nasty and disgusting this gets, and how many millions of lives have been utterly destroyed by every single one of these things. So, it's not things to dwell on, and it's not things that I dwell on or think about. It's just, I've been hearing recently people not healing because they keep on falling back, and the reasons for it is because they keep on falling back into these programmings. And so what I'm trying to stress is that in order to heal, to become whole and recognize our authenticity and reclaim our essence and our birthright, we have to completely detach from the government. We have to completely detach from all this stuff, because it's all lies and manipulations and propaganda, and on purpose to keep us in our box. So you can't get out of the box by going to the person that put you in it and be like, hey, let me out. It's not going to happen. So geoengineering, again, chemtrails, weather modification, the skies aren't even real anymore. It's just all filled with toxins and chemicals that they're constantly spraying. And again, this is completely admitted. If you look this up, you can't look up. You got to look it up a certain way because they hide the information. I think you have to look it up under geoengineering, and weather modification, because I think if you look it up by chemtrails, it's all government propaganda that comes up. So in order to find the real information, you have to look up geoengineering and weather modification. And then lobbying, again, it's all special interests that run everything through our government. The government works hand in hand. We're in a fascist empire, right? So it's all done through lobbying. It's all special interests. Whoever has the most money and giving it to the government, then they're the ones that get the pool. Just like the meat industry gives the government billions of dollars a year to push meat. The egg industry, the milk industry, they all give billions of dollars. The pharmaceutical industry gets trillions of dollars. So you're literally being controlled by those who have the most money. And I just want to run through some lies. Let me give you a breakdown of that real quick. So the proofs of your government being a complete scam and not trusting any of it: civil asset forfeiture, taxes, education indoctrination system, pay for state jails, for-profit prisons, fake space, medical interventions, forced compliance, policing, police state, the thin blue line, social programs, court system, CPS, Child Protective Services, the largest child trafficking operation in the world, food pyramid, fluoride, mass surveillance, propaganda, the national debt, geoengineering, weather modification, and lobbying. And just some of the lies that just a handful of the lies that I've come across, that I've proven to myself, that are complete 100% lies that we've been sold. We don't need salt. We don't need water. We don't need meat. We don't need a balanced diet. We don't need 3 meals a day. We don't need to eat every day. We don't need a shower every day. We don't need to brush our teeth every day. And hyperglycemia is a lie, complete lie. And then you think about this. Everything is connected back to our environment and the poisons that they've sold us. Listen to all of these long-term stress, just from stress alone, not even the chemicals that they force on us, but the stress alone has been linked to anxiety, depression, digestive problems, memory loss, insomnia, hypertension, heart disease, strokes, cancers, ulcers, rheumatoid arthritis, colds, flu, aging acceleration, allergies, body pain, chronic fatigue, infertility, impotence, asthma, hormonal issues, skin rashes, hair loss, muscle spasms, and diabetes. That's just to name a few. Just to name a few of the conditions that are caused from the chronic stress that they keep us under, okay, by trying to keep up and live and survive in these false systems, these corrupt, false, abusive, illusory systems that they've got us living under. And is every single one of these things you go to a doctor for, and they're going to immediately give you a pill. They're not going to talk about your diet. They're not going to talk about what you're eating. They're not going to talk about you're being out of shape. They're not going to talk about your exercising. They're not going to talk about your sedentary lifestyle. They're not going to talk about any of the stresses in your life. They're going to immediately shove pills down your fucking throat. Okay? And one more thing I want to touch on real quick. So living by the cocktail stress hormones for extended periods of time will cause you, as well as everyone in your life, to desperately try to control situations, force outcomes, perceive problems, the stressors as getting worse, overanalyze, and predict familiar outcomes. In fact, stress makes us obsessive, compulsive, and somewhat neurotic. And think about it. That's where we're all at right now, riddled with anxiety. And it's all caused by the systems that enslave us. So guys, that's what this video is about. Everything you've been told is a lie. So why are you going to go back to the same experts, same politicians, same religious leaders, same gurus, and keep on giving your worship and authority over to all these systems that keep you under control? That is called lunacy. It's called insanity. You can't keep doing that and expecting to get different results. You can't ask your jailer for the keys to get out of your jail. He's not going to give them to you. You know, they keep us enslaved for a purpose. So in your healing process, you have to learn how to trust yourself. You have to detach, and you have to quit playing these games and empowering these systems that control you. It's very simple, extremely simple. You know, and like I said, salt, I haven't had salt in so long, I don't even remember the last time I took salt. It was at least 6-7 months ago, at least at a minimum. Water, haven't had water. Haven't had plain water. I haven't drank anything except for tea. I actually haven't even drank anything now in the past couple weeks. Your food hydrates you. Your body rehydrates you. You are dehydrated because of the extremely toxic and poisonous processed chemicals that you're ingesting that have been sold to you as food that aren't even food. Meat, you don't need meat. That's a lie. You don't need protein. All that's a lie. All of that's a lie. It's all a lie. All a lie. All your nutritional facts are a lie. All that's a lie. You don't need a balanced diet. That's all a lie. You don't need 3 meals a day. The complete fucking lie. I've been eating, 1 meal a day or just, later in the day for years now. I haven't had breakfast. It's all a lie. All a lie. You don't need to eat every day. That's a lie. You don't need to shower every day. I shower as little as possible. If I had my way, I'd shower once every 2 weeks. But I usually shower about once a week. If I'm working and I'm getting, I get chemicals on me and nasty stuff from work. So, I have to shower to get that stuff off. So I'll shower every day if I have to. But otherwise, like right now, I haven't showered. I don't even remember the last time I showered. 10 days ago, who knows? Don't need to brush your teeth every day. Like I said, once a day. It's all a lie, guys. Quit playing their games. Government comes from the Latin guber mente, guber to control, mente the mind. Quit playing their games. Quit relying. Quit trusting in them. Quit believing these false teachers, these religious leaders, these gurus, these experts, these teachers, these prophets, these politicians. They're all in it to make money. They're all in it for their egos. They're all in it for your attention and to steal your energy and your mojo and what keeps you going. You guys can heal yourself, but you can't do it by continuing to put your faith and belief into these systems. You can't put your faith and belief anywhere. The first step into the illusion is faith and belief. You have to completely trust yourself and worship yourself and attend to yourself. That's where it's at. So take care of yourself, guys, because nobody else will.